and they're disrespectful, and they do stuff like this. Oh. Rude, obnoxious kids, and then they go grow up again to be worse. They need to be schooled and taught right now. See, now this man, he's mean and he's obnoxious and rude, and he didn't want to have consideration again towards fellow man, which was me when I was trying to and so he just tugs and pulls his dog and is mean to the dog because he's a mean asshole. That's sad stuff when people treat their dogs like that because they're pieces of shit. And it's wild, but they need the dog so they can be in control of something. And that's weird and wild because like my dogs, they control me, you know what I'm saying? I don't really control them. I mean, of course, again, I'm the pack leader and I'm the father or whatever, so I make the rules and set the standards, and they have to abide by them, and they have to have manners and stuff, so, but other than that, as long as they do that, they run all over me. They run the show. But when your dog wants to have a good time or just check things out or acknowledge stuff or yada yada, and you're mean and rude and pull, that's wild. I don't people are weird, wild people. And again, when they treat animals, especially their own animals, bad or poorly, it shows again a lot about them. But then I feel sorry for the dogs, and kids that have parents like that. I feel sorry for them, especially okay, for example, real true stuff. My child, I have children, but my child, me and their mother didn't get along. Well, for whatever reasons, so we didn't get along. Well, so she though was very vindictive and manipulating and taught and would tell my kids stuff, and bad stuff, about me and manipulate my kids, into stuff or whatever for their benefit, and it's wild again because they didn't this particular. I got a few children, so this particular what I'm talking about, children and mother, because I have 3 different baby mamas. 3 different ladies that and they had 3. We had children. I had children with each of them, and so so the one I'm talking about though, she never taught my child anything, nothing except though how to steal, how to manipulate men and stuff, and kind of in an OnlyFans sort of way, which is even more disgusting than any of it. And but that's the kind of mentality that this child's mother taught them, and it's because oh my gosh, it's so sad, and it just but again that was because that was what the mama knew, and because she's not really smart at all, which is sad to say, but and all she knew was trying to hustle people and hustle men to get what she wanted and stuff. And she has had a pretty successful run, but until the game ended, and now again the game is ending and has ended, and which is kind of glorious. But at the same time, again, my child got the shit end of the stick, and it's sad. And then, of course, it goes deeper than that. But people are just, oh my gosh. And also, though, people are more ignorant about just basic facts too, because they don't go to school or didn't go to school, or when they did go to school, what they were taught was some kind of bullshit politics and shit, you know what I'm saying, and how to hate and discriminate someone else while pretending like you're being discriminated against and shit or whatever, however that works and stuff. But that's completely wild. And I myself am disabled and have a learning disability and etc. And not only the learning disability, but so I have issues. So it's hard. This guy's just suffering. These people nowadays. This is why I wear a body camera, and because I have a camera to record like our daily activities and the pups, and then of course me and what goes on. But I have a body camera. If you've seen my videos, But I have a body camera for other stuff, and when the pups go to the bathroom or whatever, I'll pause the camera that I'm doing their video, but my body camera stays on. It stays on for everything. If I go to the bathroom, it's on. If I go here, it's on. If I do this, it's on. So I got a camera that witnesses or whatever, everything I do. And then I have this one that I record the pub's videos on. And my little commentary.